Okay, No Sudden Move, which is on digital platforms from the 10th. This is Steven Soderbergh in heist mode. Again, obviously, when we were doing the Secrets of Cinema on heist films,
that was a good series.
It was a great series. I know they should have more of them. But the Oceans films obviously sort of featured muchly, not least because they play so much with the convention. You know, they take the sort of the standard stereotypical blocks and they do something interesting with them. This is written by Ed Solomon, who's one of the co-creators of Bill and Ted, and so will always have a place in my heart as a writer. Set in 1950s Detroit. The plot, which I won't attempt to do your plot synopsis, it's a convoluted heist, which starts with the team being rounded up. Of course, this is classic heist material, you know, round up the team. Team includes Don Cheadle and Benicio del Toro, who are sent to the home of General Motors accountant Matt Burtz. One of them will go with him. He's a philanderer, incidentally, becomes an important point. To his office to retrieve some documents. The other will stay at home and guard the family to make sure he comes back with the documents. Here's a clip.
How do you do it? I don't like doing the dishes either. I don't know why, but I can't bring myself to do them.
I don't want to know anything about you.
We're more alike than you think.
Please stop.
What if you don't want the things that you're supposed to want?
So inevitably, things go south. Everyone is double-crossing everyone. No one is to be trusted. So again, a classic crime caper. You have the setup, you have the team, you have the heist, you have the thing going wrong, you have the revelations. Except that in the background, there's a more serious story, which is about race, and it's about class, and it's about hidden auto pollution, the theme of which, oddly enough, harks back to, for example, Erin Brockovich. This was originally entitled Kill Switch. The filming was delayed due to COVID. It has an extraordinary ensemble cast. This is something that we've come to expect now from Soderbergh. Don Cheadle, Benicio del Toro, John Hamm, Kieran Culkin, Craig Grant, Julia Fox, Frankie Shaw, Ray Liotta. I mean, just, you know, an absolute who's who. And while it may not be Soderbergh's best work, it is still a very impressively mounted crime intrigue thriller that makes you marvel at his unbelievable output as a director. The music's by David Holmes, which obviously, you know, keeps things snappy. I mean, David Holmes' musical accompaniments are always a real treat. And the atmosphere sort of nips neatly between, on the one hand, the mildly comedic and the serious, and the trite and the tragic. But most impressively, it does manage to be an audience pleaser, a crowd pleaser that is about something, even if some audiences, and at times me, will find themselves in the same position as the characters, as wondering exactly what's going on and exactly what is this about. I mean, it's a classic MacGuffin film, but there is substance underneath the surface. So I thought it was, you know, very, very enjoyable. And as I said, it's on digital platforms from the 10th, so that must be Monday, mustn't it?
Caper is a very useful word, isn't it? Because it also because apart from kind of intrigue and adventure, it says light-hearted.
Yes, although because the interesting thing about this is that it isn't a caper. It looks like it's going to be a caper, but then there's other stuff going on in it. But caper definitely means sort of, I suppose, the Lady Killers is a very dark film. Yeah, crime caper makes its own. And what's interesting about this is that it sits on the cusp of all those things, and that it balances the elements. It balances the elements very well. I do remember William Friedkin, pardon me for saying this, once saying about the Oceans movies that the most extraordinary thing about the Oceans movies was the casting, that you would manage to get that many really big stars together in the same film. And of course that was down to your man whose name now escapes me, but who of course was Elvis's promoter, which kind of, you know, explains it.
And a caper originally was a leap, a skip, and a prance. It was like a 16th
I didn't know
century
that.
dance. Yeah, so
and then it ended up as something you put on pizzas.
Perfect. There you go.